Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful week so far. We're winding down to the end of the week and the weekend is coming up. So I hope you're gearing up for a wonderful weekend with family and friends. It's also the festive season coming up. So lots of parties and get-togethers. And so I hope you're as excited about it as I am. Thank you for joining me today. In this little interview, I have a wonderful client of mine with me who's going to share his experiences working on, with me in the Metabolic Reset program. So just a little background to the Metabolic Reset program. It's a 10-week health transformation program. It's really about understanding how your body works, how to work with your body instead of against it, and how to support it in order for your body to heal and thrive. And, we address metabolic dysfunction because metabolic health is at the core of our health. And in the program, we address inflammation, we address insulin resistance, mitochondrial health, stress management, and how to sleep better. And really, it's about teaching lifestyle skills over pills. And I just want you to live life to its fullest and empower you with the tools to take care of your own health, and get you resilient from a cellular level upwards. So with me today is Xander van der Berg. And he's just going to share, his experience working with me on the Metabolic Reset program. And welcome, Xander.
Thanks.
And so tell me, or tell us, whoever's listening, what brought you to the Metabolic Reset program?
Yeah, I had a bit of a, obviously, I knew I was out of shape and unfit and unhealthy, etc. But I had a friend that suddenly passed away from a heart attack, and I just decided I had to do something. So I went to see the doctor and said, we need to have a state of the nation, line in the sand. And he went through, we did extensive tests, and I was diagnosed as being pre-diabetic, and my blood pressure was unacceptably high. And he basically gave me an option to either go on kind of almost permanently on medication to manage those health situations, or he suggested that I contact Vidad and look at changing my habits.
Yeah, oh, wow. So sorry to hear about your friend who had a heart attack. Sometimes it's unfortunate that is almost like a wake up for us, and we sit up straight and we think, oh gosh, I need to take care of myself now. So so sorry to hear that. And so you were diagnosed with high blood pressure, you're almost pre-diabetic. And so what, have you tried anything in the past, like to get healthier?
Yeah, I have over periods of time. Please excuse the dogs; they're going to bark every now and then. I've been on a number of diets, but I've never really been very weight conscious as such. But of course, as being unfit and you're lethargic, and it's kind of a bit of a slow process. But all of a sudden, you wake up. Sorry.
That's okay.
Let's just wait for them to quiet down. Unavoidable problems when you work from home. So over a period of time, it just your condition deteriorates, and you don't necessarily think it's so bad, but then you reach a point where it's too much of an effort to do anything about it, and then you become quite lethargic. So I have tried diets. The one diet worked particularly well in a very short period of time. I lost a lot of weight, but it just wasn't sustainable. I picked up the weight again pretty soon afterwards because it's just it's a bit of a yo-yo diet.
Mhm.
So I've tried other diets as well, but in the end, a diet is only as good as most work, but it's only as good as you can keep it up.
As you can, you're right. And I try to, we try to make things sustainable in the metabolic reset program. So, you've gone through 10 weeks now, and I'm hoping that you continue the tools that you've learned in the program. What would you say, Xander, was your main purpose then for joining the metabolic reset program?
Well, it was um, to get through a process and get to. So apart from the fact that I obviously wanted to lose weight, that was strangely enough not my main priority. My main priority was to have like evidence of being more healthy and being able to sustain that. So the weight loss is obviously part and parcel of being more healthy, but for me, it's being able to have a kind of measurable results
Right.
on the health front, to have more energy, to take things on. I realized after a while I've got teenagers that I was kind of finding excuses for not doing activities with them, and I wanted to change that around, and this program certainly.
Thank you for sharing that, with us. I appreciate you sharing that with me today. What have you found different about this approach compared to maybe what you tried in the past?
Yeah, I think what works best is the fact that there's mentorship that takes place, and guidance and assistance, and that you constantly checked in, and that's just it may not have been, you may just want to have sent me some information or a little bit of a message, but every time it's a reminder that you need to stay focused on doing kind of the right thing. So I think that approach, the kind of guidance and is very is very beneficial.
Thank you. Yeah,
there's times when you have a low or you don't necessarily feel all that motivated, and then that just kind of helps you along.
So
it's probably the personal attention does make a difference.
thank you. I'm so happy you share that, because I always wondered, there's so much information out there, books and books and books, internet, and why are people still finding it hard to make lifestyle changes? So I think working with a coach definitely does make a difference for that accountability and that motivational help. So thank you for pointing that out. But now let's get to the good stuff. I'd love to know some of your results that you had as a result of going through the metabolic reset program.
Yeah, so I mean, I think what is important to note is that I think the reset phase ended about almost a month ago, if I'm not mistaken. And I've just actually earlier today been back to the doctor after having had blood tests, etc., done earlier this week. So I think if I just run through some of the results, I not lost. Well, it actually lost a little bit more than 10 k's, but since being off the reset, I've stabilized that it's on 10 kilos that I've lost since my initial diagnosis. But more importantly, my blood pressure was 143/96, and it's today it was measured 134/83. And then my what else was there? The blood fasting was 9.1. It's now 6.9. Still a little bit high, but it's certainly a lot better, and it's now manageable. And my cholesterol levels overall was 5.3. Sorry, it was 6.1. It's now 5.3. I'm aiming to get it under 5. My LDL cholesterol, which is the harmful bit, that was at 6.1, and that's come down to 3.9. Obviously, wanting to try and get it under 3.5, but I'm not far off. And then what I'm told is a really important element, and obviously part of the program is my inflammatory marker. So I think we call it CRP. Is that right?
Yes. Yep.
That was up at 7.8, and it came all the way down to 3.5, which I'm told is normal. So that's good. Yeah, my insulin levels slightly still a little bit high, but also a lot more manageable. And and I just need to focus on sugar intake and carbohydrates intake.
All right.
And, reintroducing both of those in small measures, but I have been having the odd piece of cake and
Yeah, definitely. It's, so it's all about sustainability. It's not about deprivation all the time, and it's just being aware of what's affecting your body and what isn't now. So that's amazing results. I can maybe add to that, like those are the numbers going on inside your body, which I'm really excited the blood work shows a change. But how has things changed for you in your life personally? How do you feel? What has changed for you in your lifestyle? Sort of going through the program.
Yeah, I think what was good is, just small interventions, and this is where the coaching helped a lot. I get up early in the mornings, and I have to drop the kids off at school. So I'm at work around about 7:30 in the mornings every day, and I just decided that the day is long enough. I don't have to start working immediately, so I go for a walk in the mornings, even if it's just 15-20 minutes. And that's actually been quite, not only obviously good for me, but it's also been quite pleasurable. I really enjoyed it, and it kind of get my head in the right space. And then I've felt, I used to feel tired after a night's sleep, and now I'm much more energized. I feel a lot better. I think the quality of my sleep is a lot better. My energy levels generally are better. I've got a much more positive state of mind. I'm actually embracing doing the odd activity. I am intending, I know everybody says that it's the end of the year, but in the new year I am going to up my kind of exercise regime, and I'm looking forward to it. Whereas before I probably would have said that I'm going to do it, but I certainly wasn't looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But I am actually. I think I'm going to start from a base where I'm not, that overweight, and I know that I'll get into shape a lot quicker, and I'll probably enjoy it a lot more. So so generally I think a more positive outlook.
Awesome, wonderful. Gosh, energy levels. I remember coming into the program, I asked you, your energy on a scale of 1 to 10. I think you rated yourself being at a 5 or 6. And then where would you rate your energy level now?
I'm certainly probably closer to a 9, I think.
Awesome.
That's good.
That's wonderful. And the fact that you actually want to exercise and not like, oh, I have to. You actually want to. So that's amazing. Thank you, Xander, for sharing that. And where do you think your health would be if you didn't take action when you did?
Well, I mean, I suppose it would have carried on as a like slow, slippery slope towards diabetes and ultimately possibly heart disease and all the rest that goes with hypertension. So, yeah, when I the doctor fortunately didn't pull any punches. When he originally diagnosed me, he said, "No, don't worry. Your first heart attack is only about 8-9 years from now." So you could continue on, and I suppose any intervention or any in terms of timing, the sooner the better. But I think you especially, I'm now almost 50. I'm turning 49 now, and you kind of think, well, I'm still okay. I'm kind of in my midlife, but in fact, if you don't change it around, I'm actually closer to the end than to the middle.
Exactly.
So yeah, I hope that I've extended possibly the length of my walking this earth, or if not, at least the quality of those steps.
Oh, absolutely. With your kind of results and even your metabolic results definitely shows, and metabolic health is at the core of our health. And your numbers certainly is looking in the right direction, and you are feeling healthier as well in your body. And I know there's lots of healing going on still inside, and the best is yet to come in the coming months. So I wish you luck going forward. So what would you say then to someone thinking about working with me, or just taking that next step to improve their health?
Yeah, look, I think the sooner the better, and I think most people around about my age with similar circumstances would have tried, if they would have probably tried to either lose weight or do things. But the problem is, if you do it in isolation, you protect, even with the best intentions, you don't necessarily have the knowledge. And what we haven't discussed yet is I really appreciated and enjoyed the interactions with you, because I could then learn why certain things are important, rather than you could probably get it from a book, but I just don't find kind of health books all that stimulating, so it's just so much better, and it's tailor-made. I'm sure the principles remain the same, but you'd adapt your approach to your various clients depending on what works for them. So I think certainly, if somebody were in this situation, and if you being honest with yourself, doing it on your own probably haven't worked up until now. Might have worked for short periods of time, but try something new. I certainly benefited from it, and I'm sure everybody would if they can stick to it.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Xander, for sharing your experience, working with me on the Metabolic Reset program. I'm so excited for you, and thank you again for sharing, and I hope you have a fantastic holiday coming up. Now it's holiday season, spending time with your family. Just enjoy it, be present in the moment, and with your positive mindset, you're ready to do lots of activities. So looking forward to hearing about your holiday when you get back. So thanks again for taking the time out today for sharing your experience with me and inspiring, hopefully just one person who's listening to take that step in prioritizing their health and taking care of themselves. So thanks, Xander.
Okay, no problem. So apologies for the poor quality of my video feed, but it's been an ongoing problem.
Not to worry. I think what you were saying is important. Oh, I wanted to mention before I end off, sorry, another result that we didn't even touch on, the total centimeter loss that you in your body lost. I know that weight loss wasn't your main thing, but besides the 10 kgs, you also lost like 51.5 centimeters around your body as well. So I think you mentioned you have a problem fitting into your clothing or not fitting into your clothing.
Yeah. Yes. No, obviously those are the measurable or visually measurable benefits, which are very welcome. But I'm also glad for the measurements of my health.
Yes,
what happens on the inside.
absolutely. So, yes, thank you for listening, everyone, and for tuning in. I wish you all a happy festive season, and thanks for listening. Bye for now.